Hey there, welcome back to Healing Minds. Before we dive into today's eye-opening topic, we just want to say thank you. Seriously, your support means the world to us. By watching, liking, and sharing our content, you're helping bring mental health conversations to the forefront. Together, we're breaking down barriers and making psychological insights easier for everyone to access. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for being part of this journey. Alright, now let's talk about something that's both fascinating and a little chilling. Empaths are usually seen as compassionate, understanding, and deeply tuned into the emotions of others. But what if that empathy wasn't used to comfort or heal, but to control? What if someone could understand exactly what you're feeling and use that insight against you? This is where the concept of the dark empath comes in. Dark empaths have high levels of cognitive empathy. They can read you like a book. But unlike kind-hearted empaths, they mix this gift with manipulative, self-serving traits. Researchers like Haim and her team found that around 19% of people in a large study fit the dark empath profile. That's nearly 1 in 5. So, how can you recognize them? Let's break down 5 signs someone might be a dark empath, and why you should watch your back if they check more than one box. Number 1. Their kindness feels off, almost robotic. Ever meet someone who seems too perfect? They say all the right things, smile at the right times, and seem to comfort you just when you need it most. But something in your gut whispers, this isn't real. That strange disconnect you feel? It might not be paranoia. Dark empaths are emotional chameleons. They study how kindness looks, not how it feels. So they act it out not from the heart, but from the head. They'll hold your hand during tough times. But the warmth feels like a costume, not a connection. It's like they're following a kindness script word for word. They flatter you, but it sounds rehearsed. Their compassion disappears when no one's watching. They're kind when they gain something and cold when they don't. True empathy involves vulnerability, but theirs feels hollow. Genuine care doesn't leave you second-guessing. When affection feels transactional, not emotional, take notice. Real empathy nourishes. Fake empathy manipulates. Watch who they are when they're not on stage. If it always feels like a performance, it probably is. Number 2. They subtly control you without you realizing. Some people dominate with force, but dark empaths, they dominate with finesse. They don't yell, they persuade. They don't push, they pull strings you don't even see. By reading your emotional state, they know the perfect moment to ask for something, or the right words to twist your feelings. You might not notice you're being controlled at first, but you'll start to realize your choices aren't really yours. They steer your emotions like a ship in their hands. They turn you into a people pleaser for them. You avoid conflict not because you're scared, but because they make you feel wrong for speaking up. They might cry, sulk, or play the misunderstood victim. They always find a way to center the narrative around their pain, even if the issue was never about them to begin with. And in the end, their needs are always prioritized. You're left feeling drained, confused, and off balance. That's not love. That's emotional manipulation. And it's one of their most dangerous talents. Number 3. They weaponize guilt to get their way. You cancel a plan and suddenly they go silent. You say no, and they act deeply hurt. You set a boundary, and they make you feel cruel. Sound familiar? Welcome to the guilt trip. Dark empaths have mastered the art of emotional leverage. They take your kindness and flip it into obligation. They'll remind you of favors you never agreed to, or suggest you don't care enough just to make you cave. Their words aren't loud, but they're heavy. They'll say things like, "I guess I just care more," or "after everything I've done for you." Suddenly, you're apologizing when they were the one in the wrong. You make sacrifices not because you want to, but because you feel bad not to. That's not a relationship, it's emotional extortion. Healthy love respects boundaries. Dark empaths exploit them. They thrive when you feel responsible for their happiness. So ask yourself, are you doing something because you want to, or because you're afraid they'll guilt you if you don't? Number 4. Their jokes always have a bite. Laughter should uplift, but with dark empaths, it often wounds. They use humor to dominate, not to delight. You might laugh along, even when it stings, because their sarcasm is subtle and their delivery is charming. They'll joke about things you confided in them. And when you call it out, they'll laugh and say, "Relax, it's just a joke." But it's not just a joke. It's a message. They're letting you know where they stand above you. Their jokes often punch down, never sideways. You're the butt of the joke far more often than they are. And when others laugh, it reinforces their power. This is what Freud called tendentious humor. A kind of joke that hides cruelty behind a smirk. It's about asserting dominance without direct confrontation. They get to hurt you and then blame you for being hurt. It's a clever, toxic power move. It chips away at your self-worth bit by bit. They'll say they're just being honest or real. But if the humor always comes at someone else's expense, then the punchline was never funny. It was calculated. Number 5. They know just what to say, then twist it behind your back. Have you ever trusted someone with your fears, only to later hear them repeated with a cruel twist? That's not just betrayal. It's strategy. Dark empaths don't just listen, they collect. They gather your secrets like tools in a toolbox. Then when the time is right, they pull one out, not to protect you, but to control you. They might accidentally mention something you told them in private, or leak it to someone else, framing it as concern. They'll say, "I just thought they should know." But it's not about helping you. It's about holding power over you. They understand what makes you insecure, and they know just how to twist it. Their gossip sounds like empathy to outsiders, but underneath it's filled with venom. They ruin your image while keeping theirs spotless. And when you confront them, they'll act shocked or hurt. But make no mistake, this wasn't a slip. It was a calculated move. They don't just want your trust, they want control of your narrative. Have any of these signs hit close to home? Do you suspect someone in your life might be a dark empath? Let us know which signs stood out to you most in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. If you found this helpful, give it a like and share it with someone who may be going through something similar. Don't forget to subscribe to Healing Minds and click the notification bell, so you'll always know when a new video drops. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay aware, and we'll see you in the next one.